Hey YouTube! Today in this tutorial I'll be showing you step by step how to make a Sub-Zero candy mask. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how to make the mask, how to attach the bottom together, and how to make the straps. Hope you enjoy. Let's get started! Okay, so this is the pattern we're going to be doing in this tutorial. I'm going to be doing it pink, white, and black. Same colors as shown on the pattern. So what you're going to want to do first is pick an area to start on either one of the sides. So I'm picking this side, and my area to start is this bead and this bead. And so what we're going to do is going to be 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I'll show you how to do that. So now I have laid out the pattern in the way that you'd put it on your string, which would be 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. On the pattern, what I have laid out for you here is from these two blue lines all the way to these two blue lines. From there to there. This will be our starting point of this mask. So how you're going to put these on your string is you're going to grab your string. I just use some plastic stretch lace, stretch cord, whatever you have. And just grab about an arm's length or whatever you feel comfortable working with. And you're just going to cut it off. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take both ends of your string and put them together. So now you're going to take the first two beads and put one on each side of the string, just like that. And you're going to put them all the way down. Now what you're going to do is you're going to want to put both your strings together and put the next one bead through both the strings. So like that. Put that down. And then you're going to separate your strings, take the next two, put one on each side of the string, like that. Sorry. Put them down. And then you're going to put your strings together and take your one bead and put it through both the strings, just like that. Put it down. And you're just going to continue that process all the way till the end. And right now, it should look like this. Once you have put all the beads on your string, it should look like this. So now, the last step of the first part is to just tie it off at the end. So you're going to want to make sure it's all really, really tight together, so it looks like this. And then you're just going to tie it in a simple knot. Just like how you tie your shoes or anything like that. And you're just going to tie it 2 to 3 times just to make sure the knot stays. I'm going to do mine 3 times. And then it should look like this. And it gets kind of curvy and stuff, but that's okay because it does straighten out once you put more beads on. So now, how I do it is I do the top first, then the bottom. So on the pattern, we just finished the rows in between these two blue lines. So now, we're going to do the row above the blue lines and work our way up from there. So what we're going to do first is you're going to pick whichever string you want to use. I'm just going to use this one. And to start off with, you're just going to put it through this black bead on the top. Just like so. And then we're going to look at our pattern. So according to our pattern, the next bead is going to be a pink bead. And then it's going to go pink, 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 and then a black one, and then pink. So we're going to do that, and I'll show you how. So what you're going to do is you're going to place one pink bead on your string, put it down, and then since your string is coming out of this black bead, you're going to want to put it through this pink bead right here. Just like so, and then it goes like that. And then you're going to put on another pink bead, let it down, and then since your string's coming out of this pink bead, you're going to put it through this pink bead. Just like so, and you're going to make sure to pull it nice and tight, and then it should look like this. And now you're just going to continue to follow your pattern down until you reach the end. Now it should look like this. It should be 3 pinks, then a black, 3 pinks, then a black, 3 pinks, then a black, 3 pinks, then a black. We haven't done the last black ones yet. So now if you look at our pattern, right now we just finished this row where this first black one is right here. So now this is where our pattern's going to start to make the V-like shape on each side. So let's keep going. So now, for this one, on this side, since the string is coming out of this black bead, what we're going to do is we're just going to take one black bead, put it on our string, and then since it's coming out of this black bead right here, we're going to put it back through this pink bead we just added. So just like that, pull it through, and then it should look like that. So now you're just going to continue to do what you did for the last row we did on this row until you get to the end. Okay, so once you get to this last black bead here, you might be like, well, now what do I do? So what I'm about to show you is what you're going to do every time you get to this side of your mask. And what you're going to do is you're just going to, oops, that's the wrong string. You're just going to add one black bead onto your string, put it down. Since your string is coming out of this pink bead right here, you're going to put it through this black bead going that direction. Just like so. And then it should be up like that. And now what you're going to do is, since the string is coming out of this black bead going that direction, you're going to put it through this black bead going the opposite direction. So now you're going to just put it through this bottom black bead, just like so, and you're just going to pull it through nice and tight, and then it should look like that. And then to get the string back to where you want it, you're just going to put it back through this top black bead. Just like so. So now your mask should look like this. If we look at our pattern, we have done this row. So now that we're at these two blacks, this is when the V shape will start to form. So now according to our pattern, we're going to put on one pink bead, and since it's coming out of this black one, you're going to put it through this pink one. Pull it through, just like so, and then you're going to put another pink bead on. Since it's coming out of this pink bead, you're going to put it through this pink bead. And then, since our V is starting, I'm going to put one black bead on, and then since it's coming out of this pink bead, we're going to put it through this black bead. But now, instead of putting another bead in here, all you're going to do is take your string and put it through this black bead right there in the middle. Just like so. And you're also going to put it up through this black bead as well. Just like so. And then you're going to continue to do your pattern and do the same thing when you get to this black section. Okay, so now your mask should look like this. So now what you're going to want to do, since we're on this one, you're going to add one black bead onto your string. And since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through the pink bead we just added. Just like that. Pull it nice and tight. And then it should look like this. And now what you're going to do is you're going to add one pink bead. And since it's coming out of this pink bead, you're going to put it through this pink bead. Just like so. Whoop, there. Like that. And now you're going to add one black bead. And since it's coming out of this pink bead, you're going to put it through this black bead. Like so. And as you can see, your V's are starting to be formed. So now you're not going to put any more beads in between the V's. So now, instead of adding more beads, since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through this black bead, and this black bead, and this one. So, through that one. Now we're going to put through the one in the middle at the bottom. Just like, whoops, just like that. Now you're going to put through this one right here. Whoops. Sometimes it's a bit tricky. Just like that. And then you're going to put it up through this black one right here. Put it through, pull it. Now you're going to add one black bead. And then since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through this pink bead. And you're just going to continue to do that until you get to the end. Sorry, my computer went out. So since it's coming out of this one, you can put it through this one. You're just going to continue to do that till the end. And you're going to do the same thing that you did to this black one on this black one. Okay, so once you're on this side, what you're going to do is you're going to add one black bead on your string. And just like we did to the one before this one on this side, you're going to, since it's coming out of this pink bead right here, you're going to put it through this black bead going that direction. And then pull it through. Should look like that. And now since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through this third black bead going the opposite direction. Just like so. Oops, string is through the other string. Just like that, and pull it tight, and then to get it back up here, since it's coming out of the third black bead right here, you're going to put it up through this black bead, going that direction. So now, we're going to add one pink bead on. And then since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through this pink bead. Just like so. And then you're going to add one black bead. Since it's coming out of this pink bead, you're going to put it through this black bead. And then you are just going to go through all these beads and do the same thing that we have been doing. So since we're on the last one on this side, we're just going to add one black bead. And since it's coming out of this black bead, we're going to put it through the pink bead we just added. Just like so. And then we're going to add another black bead. And since it's coming out of this pink bead, you're going to put it through this black bead. And then you're just going to put it all the way through all these, and then add on your beads, and then through these, just like we have been doing. Okay, so once you're on your last bead on this end, you're just going to simply add one black bead onto our string. And since it's coming out of this pink bead, we're going to put it through this black bead going that direction. Just like, oops, got this other string tangled in there. Just like so. Now, since it's coming out of this bead, you're going to put it through the next black bead going the opposite direction. And you're going to pull it nice and tight. Then it's going to look like this. And then to get it back to the top, you're just going to put the string back to the top black one. Whoops. Just like so. And just pull it through. This other one keeps getting stuck. There we go. And now we're just going to add one black bead on our string. And then since it's coming out of this black bead, we're going to put it through this black bead. And then you're just going to do what we have been doing, going through all these, adding the beads, going through all of them again. Okay, so if we look at our pattern, we're on this one right here. This one right here. So we're on our last bead on this side, and we're on our second to last one on this side. So you're just going to add one black bead onto your string. And then since it's coming out of this black bead, you're just going to put it through this black bead. And then you're just going to continue to put it through and up, and then add your beads, and through and up. Okay, so once you get to your last one over here, you're just going to add one black bead onto your string. And then since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through this black bead going that direction. Just like so. And now since it's coming out of this black bead going this direction, you're going to put it through this black bead going the opposite direction. And then you're just going to put it back through this top black bead. Just like that. And now what you're going to do is you're going to weave the string down and through, and then put your last black bead on, this one right here, and then through to this side. Okay, so now what you have done so far is we went from this blue line all the way to the top. So now to finish the top is just to tie it off. So once you're at this end all you're going to do is put your string through one of these little loops in between the beads, just like so. So there should be one loop and one piece of string. And then you're just going to tie those two together 2 to 3 times, just to make sure. And then you're just going to tie it off. And then, voila, it should look like this. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to work on the bottom half of the mask. So we're just going to follow what the pattern says and do the bottom. So now, what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece of string that you haven't touched since the beginning, and you're going to put it through this black bead going that direction. Just like so. So now, the next thing to do on the pattern is just to put one black bead on. Sorry, I had to read the pattern. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to add one black bead on, and then you're going to follow the pattern. You're just going to put one black bead on your string, and since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through this pink bead. Just like that. Oops. Oops. And then you're just going to continue to follow your pattern all the way to the end. Once you're at the end, all you're going to do is put one more black bead on your string. And then since your black bead's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through the black bead we just added. And now, if we look at our pattern, we're right here. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to continue to follow the pattern until you get to here, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so now your mask should look like this. The row you should be completed is the one with the blue dots in it. So this row right here, it should be completed. So now we're at where it starts to taper into the little V right here. So what you're going to do is now, you're going to, since your string is coming out of this black bead right here, you're going to just add on one black bead onto your string. And since it's coming out of this one, you're going to put it through this pink one, just like that. And then see, it's going to start to come in. So you're just going to do that all the way across until you get to here. Okay, so once you're on your last one on this one, you're just going to add one black bead, put it down. Since it's coming out of this pink bead, you're going to put it through this black bead. And now, since we're going to taper it down, all you're going to do is take your string and put it through this black bead. Just like so. So it should look like this, and then you're going to continue to put the beads on. Okay, so once you're at the end, you're going to add on one black bead. And then, since it's coming out of this pink bead right here, you're going to put it through this black bead. Just like so. And now, you're going to just put it back through that black bead you just added. Just like that. And then you're just going to have another black bead. And since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through this pink bead. And then continue to do it all the way down. And if we look at our pattern, you're going to continue to do that until, see where these black ones are? Until right there, and then I'll show you what to do for the little points. Okay, so once you're here, now this is where we're going to start to make this little V, which will be where you connect the mask on the bottom. So now, since your string is coming out of this black bead, you're going to put a black bead on and then put it through this black bead. See, coming out of this black bead, going to put it through this black bead. Just like so. And then you're going to put another black bead on your string. And then since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through this black bead. And now you're going to put your string with no bead on through this black bead right here, up through this black bead right here, and also through this black bead right here in the middle. Just like so. Oh, and then you're also going to put it through this black bead right here. And now, since your string is coming out of this black bead, you're going to put another black bead on your string. And then, since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put it through this black bead. And now, since it's coming out of this black bead, you're going to put a black bead on your string, and then put it through this black bead right here. And then, since your string is coming out of this black bead, you're just going to put it through the black bead you just added, just like so. And now, since your bead's coming out of this string, you're going to add on one black bead. So I'm going to put it through this black bead. And then you're going to put it through all of these beads until you get to this bead right here. Okay, so your string is coming out of this bead. You're just going to add your last black bead. And since it's coming out of this one, you're going to put it through this one. Just like so. And now how to tie it is you're just going to string the string through all these beads up to here. So once you have your string coming out of this bead right here, all you're going to do is you're just going to put it through one of these little loops, and then you're going to have a loop and a piece of string, and you're just going to tie those two together in a knot. I suggest tying it 2 to 3 times just to make sure the knot is secure and won't break. I'm going to do mine 3 times. And then you can just, cut off your extra string. Just like so. And now you have your mask. So now what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how to connect the bottom together and add the straps. Okay, so to tie the bottom of the mask together, what you're going to want to do is get a little bit of string, which should be maybe half an arm's length or whatever you feel comfortable working with. You're just going to cut it off. Excuse me. And now what you're going to do is, you see how you have 2 points? Is you're going to put your string, this piece of string going through this way, like so. And you're going to have the other piece of string, going through this way, just like so. So now both your strings are coming out of here and you have like this loop. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take this string coming out of this one and you're going to put it through this one right here. Just like so. So see, now it's going like diagonally across. And now this one you're going to do the same, but put it through this bead right here. Oops. It's a little tricky sometimes. Oops, it's going through both. So just like so. And then you're just going to pull it nice and tight together. Oops. And then it should look like this, and then you're just going to tie it 2 to 3 knots just to make sure that it's all secure. You gotta make sure you're pulling it really tight throughout tying the knots as well. Just like that. And you're just going to cut off your extra string. So then it should look like that. So now I'm going to show you how to attach the straps. Okay, so for the straps, I use this black stretchy string, but you can just use your plastic stretch cord we have been using as well. They both work fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of like measure out how long it is to your ear. I'm just going to guess right now. So I'm going to cut about this much string, and then I'm just going to cut it. Now what you're going to do is how I like to do mine, is I like to put mine through the second bead, not the very first one, the second one. You're just going to put your string through the second one, just like so. And then you're going to take the other end, so you have both ends in your hand. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to pick whatever kind of a pattern you want for yours. So I'm just going to do 2 black, so then just put it on through both the strings, so like that. 2 black, put them down, and then I'm going to do 2 pink through both the strings and put it down, and I'm going to continue that pattern until I get to the end. And I'll show you how to tie it. Okay, so once you have all your beads on your string, all you're going to do is you're going to put one of the strings through this last bead right here. Just like so. And you're just going to pull it down and then tie the 2 strings together. Just like so. I tie mine 2 to 3 times. And then just cut off your extra string. And then do that exact same thing to the other side. Then, ta-da! You have your very own candy Sub-Zero mask. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I hope it helped. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you would like to send me anything, I'll link my P.O. box in the description below and I always send back. Love you guys. Bye!